Hi everyone, my name is Deepak Adhikari and today I will be presenting my Azure demo project for the course CSP451. The topic I selected is data protection and recovery using Azure Backup. This demo focuses on how we can use cloud service to ensure that business data is protected and back up regularly, and we can also recover in case of some time of failure. Now let's move to the business challenges. In this slide we are looking at the real old problem that many companies face: data loss. Data can be important due to accidental deletion, cyber attack like ransom, hardware failure, or even the human error. For a company, losing data means they are losing some of their money, time, and sometimes even customer trust. So the main business challenges is how we can make sure our important data is always safe, backup, and recover. Let's move to our Azure backup solution. Here I introduce Azure Backup as the solution. It's the cloud-based service from Azure that automates the backup process. Using Azure Backup, we can protect entire virtual machines, files, folders, database, and more. The core of this solution is the Recovery Service Vault, a storage container that safely holds all the backup data. In my demo, I create a recovery vault and connected my virtual machine to it. After that, I enable some backup for the VMs and set backup policy. Now let's move to our main project. This image shows the first major step, creating the recovery service vault. This vault is like a locker where all the data goes. It's created inside a resources group and region, and it's hold the configuration and backup information for all protected items like VMs, file share, etc. It is secure, encrypted, and highly available in the cloud. Now I also created the virtual machines. After creating the vault, I created the virtual machines. Inside Azure, this machine acts like a test server that I want to protect. We can choose different images like Windows Server or Ubuntu and assign network setting and size based on our needs. Once the VM is created, the next step is to connect it to the recovery vault and enable some backup. For now, let's move to our another slides. Here this screenshot show how I register the virtual machine into the recovery vault. Azure give us an option called enable backup. Once we click that, the VM is linked to the vault and protected. After this, the backup start running accordingly to the policies. We can also perform an on-demand backup if needed. Now let's move to the backup policy configuration. This step is about setting up the backup policy. We can decide how often backup will happen. For example, every day at 12 a.m. Or we can also set some time of prayer, like how long we want to keep the old backups. This is important because some business need to store backups per month or year for their some time of reason. Now let's move to the monitoring the backup status. These figures show the status of the backup. We can see whether the VM is protected, which policy is applied, and whether backup are running successfully or not. We can also monitor errors, check the latest recovery point, and restore from here when needed. So this dashboard gives a clear view of everything related to our backup. Now for the architecture overview. This is the architecture overview of the solutions. Virtual machines are connected to the recovery service vault. The vault apply the backups policy and store recovery points. If needed, we can restore the VM to the specific point in time. This system is secure and work automatically in the background. Now let's implement some steps. Here are the 5 key steps I followed to implement the solution. Creating a recovery service vault in Azure. Register the virtual machine to the vault. Set up backup policy to control schedule and retaliations. Enable backups and verify the backup run. Test the restore feature to confirm data recover oak. Now what might be the key feature or key benefits? There are the different type of like numerous benefit of using Azure backups. Backups are automated, so there is no need to remember them manually. All backups data is secure and encrypted, both in transit and at the rest too. Recovery is fast, which help maintaining business continuity, help meet compliance standard, especially in regulating industry like healthcare or finance. Now, yeah, we may also face, of course, there were some challenges we may also face. The setup can be confusing, especially for a new user, but Azure has step-by-step wizards, the official document that help me complete it. Managing many VMs at once can be get messy. The solution is to use tags and resources group to organize them. Now for the business impact, how it's going to impact our business. Implementing Azure backups has a big impact on business operations. It reduces the risk of data loss. It improves the dependency or any times of attack or hardware failures. It supports a full disaster recovery strategy, and most important, it gives us peace of mind knowing that our data is safe and restorable. Now, to summarize it, Azure Backup is a cloud-native, cost-effective solution for data protection. It is scalable, secure, and easy to manage. Every business moving to the cloud should have this in place. It was a great learning experience to work with Azure and build this demo hands-on. Thank you for watching my presentations. If you have any questions about how this works, or about the backup process and its benefits, I'll be very happy to answer all those questions, and thank you so much for the presentations.